Is tactical arbitrage still worth it in the year 2021? That is what this video is going to be all about. Now, around here, most of you already know if you follow the channel, all roads lead to tactical arbitrage. So the obvious answer would be yes, as far as I'm concerned. But even I have to sometimes come back and revisit and ask myself, why? Okay, why am I using this software? Why do I think it's worth it? So that's what we're going to do. This is a continuation. We've done this video at least 2 times before in the past, and we just need to revisit it. And so here's what we're going to do, guys. We're going to get into why, the reasons why I think that it is worth it. Uh, we're going to show my numbers at some point for those of you who stick around. Then I'm going to actually show the pricing. I'm going to show the software and explain the different types of things that you can do. And check this out, guys, for those who already know how to use the software. One of the most frustrating and time consuming parts about the software is the part where you check the product restrictions, right? Because you have to make sure that you're even uh, ungated, if you will, able to sell the product. What if there was an extension that highlighted what you were unrestricted to sell? That way, you didn't have to waste time clicking the check restrictions only to find out that you're restricted. What if everyone you clicked on, you were ungated and you were shown that? In fact, it was almost forecasted for you. We're going to show you how you can get that software. You're really going to appreciate that, especially if you're familiar with the software and how much time it takes. So let's get into it right now. This is what to sell on Amazon. I'm Horace. Let's go. Okay, working class hustlers, thank you for taking a moment of your time to spend with me. My name is Horace, also known as La Machine, and around here we talk selling on Amazon using the arbitrage business model, and that would be both retail and online. So if you're interested in that type of stuff, do yourself a favor, subscribe to the channel. Do it right now and hit the bell notification so that you don't miss any of our episodes. We're well over 250, something like that, and we just keep cranking them out for your benefit. If you do find that this video is of value, please, for the benefit of the entire community, give it a thumbs up. Helps the algorithm, helps someone like you that might be interested. And real quick, if you'd like to connect with someone that might be a little bit more ahead than you, text the words working class hustler to the number on your screen. It only takes a second. And guess what? From there, we'll get connected. What does that mean for you? That means you now have someone that you can text. I mean, text my phone and ask me those quick questions. I do it all the time. And hustlers will attest to that in the comments. I encourage them because I want you to know that this is real. Won't cost you nothing. There are people that have spent all kinds of money and they never get the number, the personal number of the person that sold them the course, the training, the whatever it may be. So here's your opportunity. All right, guys. So let's get into it. Point number one, why I think the software Tactical Arbitrage is still worth it in the year 2020 is it saves you time. It saves you time because it automates so much stuff. Okay, instead of you got to stop and think, how do you search for products online? Whether you're searching to physically go into the store later or whether you're searching so that you can make online purchases, it doesn't matter because you can use the software for both retail and online. You can even use it for a hybrid. If you watch the last 2 videos we did over the last 2 weeks, we used the software. We ended up in Macy's. We did online, we did curbside, and we did retail. So the software is the software. But how is it automatic? Well, it's simple. You set up the search criteria. Okay. Tactical Arbitrage has easily 1,000 websites or better in there. And the software will search these sites and you tell the software, hey, this is what I consider to be a deal. This is the rank that I like. This is how many sellers I want. You know, whether or not Amazon is also selling. This is the return on investment. This is the profit margin. These are the things that I'm looking for. This is the rank, whatever. Find me some products that fit my criteria and put all of that in front of me so that I know where to get it and I can evaluate, because that's what this whole arbitrage business is about, learning how to evaluate, how to pick products. So if all of that is automated, because again, you got to think, before tactical arbitrage, what I had to do was go to a website and look around and just pick a product and then take it, try to find it on Amazon, then do the calculations. And could I do it? Yes. Did I do it? Yes. But this, oh my God, it just makes it so much easier. It's amazing. And there's so much more automation beyond just doing the search. Imagine the software taps you on the shoulder, because you set it and forget it. And then you get a tap on the shoulder. Hey, hustler, your search is done. And you can get that notification by text, by email. I get them both. Here's another thing, guys. What if, when you're looking through your results, there's going to be some products that are out of stock? You know, store inventory is dynamic. It's always changing. By the time you get to go through your searches, your results, the item may be gone. What do? Well, you could move on, and then that was a waste of your time. Or you could tell the software, I really like that deal. So when it comes back and still meets my criteria, give me an email, give me a text, let me know. That's the type of automation we're talking about. Okay. What else do I like about the software? It gives a ton of information. Again, if you're going to do arbitrage, you have to learn how to evaluate a product. What are you using to evaluate? You're using data. You're using information. We're going to get into it a little bit later so that you can see just the level, the amount of information that the software gives you. Another thing I like the types of searches, and we'll get into that once we get into the product. Specifically, we're going to look at product searches. We're going to look at what they call a reverse search, and then we're going to look at what's called always be scanning. Those are three types of searches that we're going to talk about. And between those, guys, you're covered. Okay. I like the fact that they continue to improve the software. And I'm going to show you once we get into the portion where I'm going to actually show my screen. And finally, I think that the software is very, very reasonably priced, okay? Especially given the fact that they're always improving. So here's what we're going to do now. We're going to take a moment. We're going to look at my numbers, kind of see where I'm at. That way you get an idea of who you're dealing with, and then we'll take it from there. And here we go. All right, so let me highlight my cursor so we can follow along a little bit better. So you can see today is May the 16th. The year is 2021, and it's a Sunday. So far, we've had what have we had? 4 sales. Now this is telling me that I have 4 orders that I need to ship. That's because I do both merchant fulfilled and I do, let me fix that a bit. I do merchant fulfilled and I do FBA. And I encourage you to do both if you can. Okay. So what we're going to look at is real quick over the last 7 days, 89 units, $2,099.52. Over the last 15 days, 180 units, $4,580.40. Over the last 30 days, 390 units sold, $8,844.23. I probably get to keep, after everything, anywhere between, we could safely say 15-20%. A lot of it, my videos, I dig a little deeper. I get into the software that I use to really drill down, which is Inventory Lab. We're not going to do that today because we're focused on the software. But just to kind of give you an idea, and I'm going to tell you, I'm not afraid to show you. What we're going to do is we're going to look year to date what we've done. Okay, so year to date we've done $50,424.85. And if you look last year, this isn't right because we actually did 203,000, but it's not showing that for whatever reason. But the point is this: we're down now. Last year, the pandemic, people were panicking, people were hoarding, people were buying like crazy. That affected me in a good way. But we're kind of getting over that. So you're not going to have people trying to stock up for the end of the world. This is important, guys. This is important. It's not so much about what the economy is doing. It's more important about how you are positioned. Yes, last year was better. Last year was better. And I was able to capitalize on that because of my positioning. Okay, so when we tell you that there's not a better time to get on Amazon, this is what I'm talking about. You don't know what's coming next. Get positioned so that you can take advantage. But so what we're going to do now, we're going to get into the software. Okay, so we're going to come over to one of my million tabs that I have open. I apologize for those of you that it drives you crazy. I'm a nutcase. So when you come to tacticalarbitrage.com, we're at the login. And one thing I can tell you, when you see that green members access, that means you're already logged in. So you don't need to come here and do all of this junk. All you have to do is come over into members access, and there you have it. Okay, so once you come in, this is your dashboard, and we're not going to get too deep into that. We have other videos that show a lot of that stuff. Tell you what, before we even get into this, first let's talk about the pricing, if we can get there. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're back to that other screen. We're going to look at the pricing. And real quick, chances are, because you got different packages that you can get, and you can see the check marks to kind of see what you would get. I actually have the full suite, which includes product search, reverse search, wholesale, library, always be scanning, and view inventory. What you're probably going to get most likely is online arbitrage. That can be a little misleading because you can use the software for both online and retail. Like I said, last week's video, we talked about that. So, but that's what they named it. And basically, what we're looking at, be careful when you're looking at your pricing. It's toggled on annual by default. So you're going to pay $70 a month, but they're going to bill you $840 annually unless you want to pay monthly. Now it changes. Now you're billed by the month. Well, now you're going to pay $89 a month. This is most likely the one that you're going to take. You get product search, you get reverse search, you get always be scanning and view inventory. That's all you really need, honestly. But some people like me just want to have everything that they don't even use. You just like having all the toys. It says most popular, and that would be correct. But if you want to be smart, which I really should do, and save the 21%, that would make more sense. You figure $70 a month versus almost $90 a month. That's how that works. And again, like I said, when you see this green access, that means you can just go ahead in. For those of you who don't know the software, I cannot assume that you know. So if we scroll, let's see. The software will search. Oh, look, they've got 908 sites altogether. But it looks like in the US, you have 362 sites, and you can see all of those. Imagine what it would be like if you had to go to each and every one of those sites. But what if you're in the UK? What if you're in Canada? There's 50 sites there. You want to look and see what those are. Get an idea of it. If you're in Germany, these are different sites that you can do, you know. So that gives you an example. And what the software does, it just goes and it searches all these websites to find deals for you based on what you tell the software you're looking for. Okay, you've got your frequently asked questions, so you can come out there and you can kind of read all of this stuff. When you get ready to sign up, you get a 7-day trial. If you use my link down in the description, you'll get an extra 3 days, and we don't even want you doing that until you've taken the Lightning course parts 1 and 2. That way you already know how to use the software. In other words, right here on this channel, we're going to put the links in the description. We've got the Lightning course part 1. We just came out with the Lightning course part 1.1. Okay, and we have the Lightning course part 2. We do not want you using this software until you already know what you're doing. Watch what happens when we go in. When we get in here, you don't know what any of this stuff is. And then when you want to do a product search, you don't know what any of all of this stuff is. It's all this stuff. And the time is ticking. And we wanted you to use our link. Well, we got to make sure it's worth your time. So make sure you use those. And that's another reason why we have you able to connect with me. Okay, so here's what we're going to break down. You have your product search. You have your reverse search. And then you have your always be scanning. So first of all, product search. What is that? Product search is where you tell the software, hey, search, I'm going to pick a website. Let's say Barnes & Nobles. I do a lot of searching there. You're going to pick Barnes & Nobles, and you're telling the software, hey, look at Barnes & Nobles, find me products that I would pay an X amount. I can make X amount of profit. I can make X amount of return on investment. I like the rank to be between here and here. I like so many competitors. I don't like oversized products. Oh, I want to see products that are out of stock. I mean, there's just so many ways you can filter the data down, okay? And we're not, again, we got all kind of videos that teach you how to use the software. That's not really what this is about. As a matter of fact, what I might do, I haven't gone live on YouTube in quite a while. That'd be a great topic to go live and talk about this software. We'll look at that. But the bottom line is this. You pick Barnes & Nobles, you can have up to 500 categories. You get to pick the categories. You could say books, but you might say, hey, that's too broad. I want biographies. I want how-tos, diet, cookbooks, history, you know. So you can deselect things, you can select things, and then you could do your search. But basically, you're telling Amazon, search Barnes & Nobles. You're saying, hey, in this section, you're saying, hey, I got a discount code, or I get so much cash back, or I got a discounted coupon. I'm not going to pay that price. Factor in the fact that I'm getting a discount. You might have sales tax. Hey, factor in the 6% sales tax on books if you live in Pennsylvania like me. You can tell the software, hey, remove any ranks that are over $500,000. Make sure I get at least an estimated 10 monthly sales. I could tell it remove if the number of sellers is less than this and more than that. I mean, there's just so many things how you can filter it out. Remove products if it contains the title Lego, because I'm not approved in Lego. You know, cost and fees. I mean, there's just all types of things. here's where you tell the software, hey, I want at least $10 or whatever the amount you want. I want at least 30% return on investment or whatever you want. Also show me other stores. We're sourcing Barnes and Nobles. What if over the other 300 and some odd stores in the US, you find that same product and it still meets my criteria? I want that too, because I might want to clear the shelves at Barnes and Nobles and anywhere else we can find the product, because I want to control the whole narrative here. You know, there's just all types of things that you can filter out. Now we're going to look at a reverse search. Remember, product search, we started at a store. We pick the store. We tell the software, search that store. Reverse search, we're telling the software, go to Amazon. Give me the best sellers in toys and games or video games or office products. And then we can drill down even further. But we're telling the software, go to Amazon. Look at the best sellers. Let's see. If you go root, you can scan up to 100,000 ASINs. Okay, so give me the best 100,000 in office products. Okay, and look across all of those websites and see what you can find. That is powerful, because now you're not just looking in one store. You're starting with Amazon and you're saying, hey, I'm not trying to figure out what's really selling. You go and you figure out the best selling products in this category, and over all the stores that you can search, find me the deals that I like, the rank, the profit margins, the return on investment, whatever it is. And I like the fact that you can even do, if you turn this off, you can even do a keyword search. You know, I might just do, I like to sell Funko. I might type in Funko, okay? And then just all of the other stuff, the filters and stuff, that stays the same. But now it's searching across all of those websites and it's looking for Funko, okay? And remember, I talked about how they continue to improve the software. Let me give you an example. This is something new. If you haven't looked at this software in a while, it says import ASIN extraction from Tactical Expander. Okay, watch this. This is Tactical Expander. All these stores, I did a reverse search on those stores, and then I went and exported it to the results to Tactical Arbitrage. That's why it says this data has already been exported to TA. Now watch what happens. I'm going to click that on. There's the search. 911 products it found today, right? We said today was May the 16th. Okay, and it did this back at 12:07, almost 12:08. Watch this. We're going to go, we got our filter set already, because that'll stay the way it is on your last, whatever your last one was. We'll import. It's ready. Now all I have to do is go search. The search is in progress. It's already checking products. And I'm gone. Incidentally, let me see if I can find that. If you're wondering what Tactical Expander is, we're not going to get into that. But if you just went, let's see, Tactical Expander, I think that's part of Tactical Bucket. I'm pretty sure. I can't. You'd have to look it up. Okay, so here it is. It's part of Tactical Bucket. I think they want $4.95, whatever, and you could look that up and see what all it does. They have a video that explains that. That may or may not be something that you want to get into. I don't even remember how I got it. I think I was part of some beta group or whatever was going on. I can't tell you. I got so much stuff. I don't know what I have. So, and look it. It's already added from that search that we did where we imported. It's already added 16 products. I'm talking to you. I'm fooling around with Tactical Expander, and the software is just doing the work. And then finally, uh, we're gonna touch on always be scanning. I want you to think about something. You're using this software, and you're dealing with all of this junk, right? Because you got to set up the search. You got to think. Where am I going to start? What are my margins? What are the parameters? What are the filters? What if you didn't want to think? What if you just wanted to walk up to the computer, log on, get into Tactical Arbitrage, and start digging through some searches where somebody did all of that for you? It's called Always Be Scanning, guys. All you got to do is click on it. Okay. And in my case, I'm going to pick the United States. And look at, I talk about filtering down right on your page. Look at your sales rank. Okay, you've got 14 pages worth of products, but maybe you don't want anything that's ranked in the millions. So you might say rank from 0 up to, like, you know me, I'll go up to 500,000. Now watch that number. It may move. Instead of 14 pages, it went down to 12 pages. What if, you see this estimated monthly sales? Not good enough. Not for me. What if I want at least 10? I'm filtering this right on the page, guys. Watch that number. That 12 may move. Now it's 9. Here's what I'm talking about. You could go into your filter manager and you could manage all of that stuff. But I don't want to go in there. I can filter it right on my page. Same with the source. What if I don't like Walmart? I do source there from time to time, but I can select and deselect. Okay, I'll give you an example. I don't source from eBay, so I might get rid of that. Okay, and that may change. It may not. But yeah. And you know, if I wanted to, what I could even do, I could come over to the category and I could pick the category that I wanted. But in this case, I'm going to leave it like it is and just, what do? All I'm doing is clicking the restriction, because if I'm gated in the product, there's no sense in even moving forward, right? You know, and I'm just moving along. You know, a lot of this stuff, I'm not able to sell all of this stuff. Look at Michael Kors. They ain't gonna let me sell that. You know, I'm just looking around, and you get better and better. Here's one that I can sell though. So what am I looking at, guys? We talk about data. Sales rank, return on investment. What's the average 90-day rank? What's the estimated monthly sales? What's the gross profit? What am I gonna make? Okay, how much am I going to spend, and what's the buy box selling for? This is how this stuff works. Okay, but check this out. For those of you that are familiar, with the software, that's the part that takes the most time. Clicking around to see what you're able to sell. Okay. What if there was an extension? Because that's what we're working on. It's not done yet. But what if there was an extension that we could turn on? And watch up here what happens when we turn that on. Boom. Now we got an extension showing there. Okay. And now when we hit it, and we're still working on this, guys. This is still being worked on. But what if we came over to the ASIN, and what we were looking for was ASINs that are bolded out? Because if they're bolded, then we're going to be able to sell them. So imagine you're just scrolling along and you're just focused on that ASIN column. And as soon as you see one bold, you know, boom, you should be able to sell. That'd be pretty neat, wouldn't it? Here we go again. You're just scrolling along, looking in that ASIN column, right? And when you see one bolded, boom. You know, and you're just scrolling along. Because that's when you get caught up. You get frustrated, you get tired because you're wasting time. This can save you pages and pages of just scrolling around for stuff that you're not even able to sell. You know what I mean? You know, you might look at Harry Potter. If I asked you, can you sell? You're gonna say, "Oh, I'm gated." You get that extension, and you see this bold, boom. You see what I'm saying? Because you don't know. But if you're interested in that, we're still developing, but we already have a sign-up page. If you want to get in now and get on the waiting list, it's not going to be expensive. Guys, if you know me, I'm not one to sell a lot of expensive stuff. I got a course. It costs $19.99. You ain't got to worry. Most of the stuff I give away for free anyway. Go ahead and get signed up. The link will be in the description. The software is called Restrictions Forecaster. It's the TA Restrictions Forecaster, because that's what it does. It forecasts whether or not when you click this button, are you going to be approved? So that will be down in the description. So again, guys, what we want to do, we want to make sure that you're able to, what are you using this software for? You're using the software to evaluate. Having the software, getting the results, that ain't good enough. What do you do with the results? The software is going to put data in front of you. What do you do with the data? You have to evaluate it. That's why you want to watch. If you don't know how, you want to watch. We got videos that talk about the 7 steps to picking a good product. You use the data to pick a good product. Okay? And then make sure you take the lightning course 1. Make sure you take the lightning course 1.1. Make sure you take the lightning course part 2. All of that's in there. Tell you what, if you watched last week's video where we some of the stuff that we got, some of the stuff that we got from Macy's, we actually had shipped to us. We thought we were gonna do retail arbitrage with it. It didn't work out. I'm gonna unpack this box for you. Jim, put a link, show them the video from last week where we went to Macy's. And remember, on that video, we talked about these Nerf products. Let's see. We talked about these, remember those MTV products? And we talked about the Play-Doh. We did really good on those. If you want to know how well we did, watch that video from last week. I think it's titled Retail and Online Arbitrage at Macy's Part 2. So, guys, this stuff is real. I'm not just out here yapping. Yes, I do a lot of yapping. But when I'm done yapping, I get to work. I would not tell you to get something that I wouldn't get myself. So I'm going to see you guys in the next video.